I'm just kidding. All right, call the meeting to order. It is 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
I
Yeah.
keep
That's next
watching
week.
1 hour ahead of time. And fortunately, the time is going to change pretty soon, and then it'll be right.
Next week,
That's right.
Saturday.
You would have been right next week.
Okay. We have no alternates, so we don't have to worry about roll call. Uh, Additions or changes in the order of the agenda? Anything change at all?
No changes. Nope.
Okay, no changes. And any communication or correspondence?
Nope. Nothing that's not on the agenda.
All right. And I see we have audience of citizens here tonight. Maybe they can help us out a little bit and explain what they're going to be doing. And item number 6 is the approval of the meeting minutes of February 2nd, regular meeting minutes, February 2nd, 2026. Does somebody want to make a motion to accept them?
I'll make the motion, John.
All right, second.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
Moved. Okay. And then the special meeting site walk of February 17th, 2026. Do I have a motion to accept that?
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Done. And
Second.
Okay. All in favor, raise your hand.
All right.
Okay. First item, 8.1, is application IWWC 256-21, the application of Bruce and Terry Albert for reconstruction of a new home and detached garage at 124 Route 87. Let's see, we accepted the application on 2/2/26, and we had a site walk completed on 2/17. So, do you want to give us a little bit of background on that, Savannah?
Yeah, sure. I'll just remind you of this one. So the main idea is they want to replace this house, the existing house on the property, with a larger house, larger square footprint. However, the nice part is it's going to be further away from the lake. I keep forgetting the value. I think it's 20 feet, a little less than. So that's good. And then there's a second house on the property, which is going to be removed. And then they're proposing a new detached garage, along with some other minor modifications, new driveway. A good portion of the work is within the 200-foot upland review area of the lake. But the property is quite large. Nutrient allocation plan is a non-issue for zoning. And yeah, the site visit went well. I didn't hear any other recommendations, so.
Very good. Yeah, and it's on the same base as the house was, right? It might be a little bit larger.
It's bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Bigger.
Yeah, this is Paul Buckley Reynolds, professional surveyor, Stonewall Boundaries, 8 Osage Drive in Wallingford. And yes, the footprint, I think we talked about it on the site walk, not knowing the actual details on it. But the proposed footprint is with the open porches and the house is 4,222 square feet, where the existing footprint of the house right now is with the open porches is 2,786 square feet.
And a lot of that is for the second floor.
No, that's the footprint of the house.
Oh,
And most of that is going towards the other house that is going to be raised to the ground. If you look on the drawing, the main portion of the house that is going to be added to the square footage is going back away from the lake and towards the second existing house.
Right. Yep. Okay. Any questions on this application? If not, do we have a summary ruling on it?
We do. Let me pull up the right one.
Okay. Would
Okay.
you be able to read it, Savannah?
Yeah. these conditions are pretty standard for this one. I'm gonna skip to 6. So all activities for the prevention of soil erosion, such as installation of staked compost filter stock, straw bales, and other necessary required measures shall be under the direct supervision of a certified engineer or at the discretion of the inland wetlands agent, the homeowner or contractor, who shall employ best management practices consistent with terms and conditions of this permit, control stormwater discharges, prevent erosion and sedimentation, and otherwise prevent pollution of wetlands and watercourses. Special consideration is to be given to Columbia Lake, which is designated under section 1.6 of Columbia's wetland regulations as an area of special concern. Maintenance practices necessary to ensure proper functioning of erosion and sediment controls will be employed, including routine monitoring, removal of sediment, and repairs if necessary. Controls should be monitored prior to forecasted rain events and after rain events of 3/4 inches or greater. And then the applicants, Bruce and Terry Alpert, are assigned the responsibility for implementing the erosion and sediment control plan. This responsibility includes the installation and maintenance of control measures, informing all parties engaged on the construction site of the requirements and objectives of the plan, notifying the Inland Wetlands Commission office of any transfer of this responsibility, and conveying a copy of the erosion and sediment control plan if the title to the land is transferred. And this is good for 2 years.
Very good. Okay.
Good.
Do I have a motion to approve the summary ruling?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, second,
I'll second it.
on second, okay, all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
Okay, I guess we're all done with that one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Easy
You're
one.
welcome.
Enjoy your night.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
for coming. Yep. Good luck. Okay, next application is item 8.2, the application of Carrie Kennison to install a 20-foot by 15-foot paver surface patio next to the lake at 202 Route 87. The application was accepted on 2/2/26 and the site walk there completed on the same day, 2/17/26. You give us a little bit of background on that, Savannah.
Yeah, so I'm sharing the site plan up here. This house has a small amount of space in between it and the lake, and in that space, the property owner would like to construct a new walkway where my cursor is, composed of granite, and then the granite walkway will go down to a new paver patio with 2 retaining walls opposite each other, 2 foot high. And they're roughly 20 feet along. This one's a little smaller, maybe 18 feet. There's an existing seawall on the other side. There's a small amount of grass space proposed currently between the wall and this retaining wall. And I remember there were some comments on the site visit and maybe using like infiltration stone in this area to add an extra layer of protection for the lake. So I worked that into the conditions if you choose to approve it. And yeah, I think, I want to say this is 16 by 20, the patio area. I have it in the summary ruling here, but I think that's it. I don't think Carrie's on the call. Is Carrie on the call?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's a 20 by 15.
Yes. Okay. So, do we have any questions on that at all?
It's good to me.
Savannah, you're to read the proposal, but you're stipulating something in between that last retaining wall and the lake wall, right?
Yeah, it sounded
Not
like,
grass.
Yeah, we said
No.
we would like to see plants there, I think.
I heard plants or infiltrative stone. So I have a condition here that includes a stone, but if you'd rather do plants, it's, that's entirely up to the commission. I think either is a good option, so.
Yeah, either or, but something has to be there.
So
Absolutely.
we can give them the option in
Yeah,
the conditions. Okay, sounds
I'll
good.
make that motion, either or.
You mean, she has to read it first, I think.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I do. So I can kind of work on this language. Can't spell that word. Okay. So we'll skip to 6, which is obviously where it changes. So condition 6 on the summary ruling, between the rearmost patio retaining wall and the lake seawall, an area of no less than 2-inch size infiltration stone or native hydrophytic plant shall be installed to prevent excess runoff into the water body. I can clarify that too if you think it needs it.
I like
Number
that.
Okay, now I'll make that motion, right.
I don't have to reread all the other ones. They're the same.
They're
The
the
only thing
same,
I
okay.
included in here is free of invasive species for straw bales in case they opt for that. So that's
Right.
it. And then it's 2 years.
I'll second that.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're all done with that one. Let's see, audience of citizens, they already left, I guess. Commission open discussion, anything anybody wants to discuss? If not,
John,
yeah,
just FYI for the Wetlands Commission. I met with Mark Walters about, or Mark Walter, I think his last name
Yeah.
is. Anyway, I met with him about the oil spill.
oh,
And
yeah.
because there's a lot of questions in and around Woodland Terrace, I asked him, if he could put a meeting together, after they do the lake bed sampling. So they proceeded to do the lake bed sampling, and he says probably going to take a week to 2 weeks for it to come back. And I just want to make the Wetlands Commission aware of the fact that we will be having a meeting in case anybody wants to attend and get
Great, John.
regarding the oil spill.
Yeah. John, I can build on that a little bit. There were
Okay.
some updates as of today, and I know we have it on as an item in the agenda. Are we at that item yet? I don't have it in
Yes.
front of me.
Yeah.
Okay, great, perfect. So we do have a meeting scheduled. It's going to be on the 19th at 7 p.m. in the conference room at Town Hall. And DEEP representatives will be there to provide an update, as well as Sally Crop Environmental. They're the actual ones, boots on the ground, doing the remediation. As far as the samples go, they were taken, and I scheduled a meeting with DEEP and Sally Crop today, and we also had Stephen Everett and Mark Walter on the call because there's some new legislation that took effect on March 1st, which makes the sampling kind of tricky. Long story short, the new legislation would mean that if we took soils from the lake bed and we found any petroleum contaminants in the soils, the town thereby would become the responsible party for removing those contaminants, which could be to the tune of millions of dollars if we had to dredge a large portion of the lake. The reason why is because DEEP in their original investigation had found, and they are confident in this finding, that no oil was affected, like it didn't affect the lake. There was some sheen seen on the lake, and I asked them about that to clarify. So does that count? We saw oil on the lake, we have pictures, and they informed me that no, it would have to remain for a certain amount of time for it to count, and because it dissipated rather quickly and it was collected by the booms, they don't find that the lake was affected by it. That initial investigation ruled that. So if we were to conduct these soil samples, actually send them out, and they come back with petroleum contaminants, the town is on the hook for a lot of money to mitigate that. So that's why, hence the call with DEEP, Stephen, and Mark today to see, is this something we could pursue and find a way for the responsible party to pay for it, or is this something the town would ultimately be responsible for? And it sounds like the town would be the one responsible, and there's no way to tie it back to the resident. So this will be explained more at the meeting, but since you're the Wetlands Commission, I wanted to give you a heads up. I know the public's going to have a lot of questions, so we wrote a letter today to send out. Well, I've been working on a letter for a while, but finally finalized it today. It's going out to the residents in Upper Woodland Terrace and Lower Woodland Terrace, informing them of what has happened thus far and the meeting date. It doesn't have details regarding the soil testing yet. That's something we want to discuss in person because I know there's been a lot of people interested in the testing, and I think it'll be more informative if DEEP and Sally Crop are there to explain it, because frankly, they know a lot more about it than I do. So that letter is going out, and then it's also going to be posted to the town website so everyone can be aware and anyone can attend
Perfect.
who's interested.
Good.
Mhm.
Look,
Thank you.
sounds like a can of worms.
I think that's what yeah,
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I want to know, do you know, have you heard anything about the science of surface contamination getting into the soil?
I asked a little bit about that today because, I don't know a lot about petroleum
No.
contaminants. Do you know?
I
If you,
well, I know that most petroleum products are less dense than water and they float. I mean,
exactly.
in small quantities they would float. Um, and you just mentioned a quandary. As far as I can tell, the town is on the hook, and not the perpetrators of the spill.
Yeah, between that and the fact that Deep and the environmental contractor Sally Krupp are very confident that they have collected the oil from this spill with those booms and they placed them quickly enough to mitigate anything from getting into the soil.
Was
I-
that done from the water, the surface of the water?
Yeah, they put booms on the surface. They're still out there, but the lake is
Yeah.
obviously not filled up yet, so I think they're kind of sitting on top of the lake right now. But I asked if, they'll be moved as the lake fills up and changed out as needed. They said yes.
Well, one thing that might possibly, well, I know nothing about this process of how it gets from the top to the bottom, but analyzing another set of samples from quarter mile, half a mile away, soil samples to see what they show,
Hmm.
and then comparing. Now, is Deep going to make us clean it
So
up, or do we have the option of cleaning it up?
this is only if we've only collected samples at this point, and we have not sent them in to be studied in light of this information that,
Right, right. No, I
Deep
hear
and,
you.
and Sally are completely confident that this spill has been contained. So anything we found in the lake would be from some sort of other contaminant, maybe like, a boat
That's the
engine or something
possibility.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And hence why, those results have to be reported to the state and they will require
They
mitigation.
would require, okay.
Hmm. Yeah. So
So,
any test you do.
so it was Al Crop that came down to do the sampling, correct?
Sally Crop's team. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Al stopped, he introduced himself. So,
Okay.
so yeah, I saw the 6 holes dug down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people, on the street have questions and, I don't have any
Yeah.
answers. My gut feeling is it is that it didn't really contaminate the lake. I mean, I don't see any evidence of oil in and around the holes. I don't see any sheen,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
good,
you
good.
know,
Yeah, no residual sheen. Yeah. And that's what
yeah,
Gunnar said too. Gunner's the Jeep representative I talked to. He said, it was contained in those booms. And because, like you said, oil is lighter than water, like it floats on the water, it didn't
well,
actually seep into the bed.
yeah, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
And now one of my neighbors down here, Gary King, he shared some pictures with me. You see this huge spread of oil over the lake, but yeah, again,
Yeah.
my gut feeling is that, I think we're okay because it'd be
Yeah.
coming up as the water's already coming up and
Yeah.
you would see evidence of that, as it would lift it out of the soil.
Yep.
So, and I don't see it. I'm down there like twice a day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Of course.
but
So yeah, I don't know, John. I'm sure you're getting a lot of questions. You're welcome to send people to me too. I'll explain it as best I can, but I'm gonna ask them to attend the meeting for the full explanation because the
that's
town's not gonna send out those samples in light of this information.
Yeah, that's why I thought, a meeting would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, I say it's my gut feeling, but I'm not an expert in this and I don't know, so I can't answer with any authority.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I agree.
Will
Yeah,
that be
so anyone's welcome to attend.
will
Yeah.
that be a hybrid meeting? Do you know, Savannah?
I believe so. Jen's putting it together. I'll ask her. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be publicly noticed. It's just an informational meeting.
Okay.
So yeah, we can check with her and see if it's hybrid. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's all I have on that. If you guys have any questions, of course, let me know.
thanks, Savannah.
Hmm.
We don't hear you, John.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No. Now I can.
Oh.
You're talking to him.
Your
Okay,
mouth was moving, but nothing, no sound was coming out.
oh, okay.
Or we just messing with Ron.
All right, anyway, we can get the information on the town website too, right?
Yeah, yeah. If it's not already posted, it'll be posted tomorrow, I'm sure.
Great, okay. All right, so, item 10.1 is the enforcement fee status. You want to give us an update on that, Savannah?
Yeah, I wanted to just keep this on the agenda because we had kind of fallen off of it for a little bit. But I have a draft of an ordinance that would allow us to institute fines if you so choose to go this way. And I feel confident that the draft covers, all the statutes that we need to cover. I just looked at multiple towns and put something together. I can send this out for you guys to review. I did want to check, you'll see these highlights on the amounts that we wanted to include, and then ultimately if we want to move forward with it. So if you want me to send it and you can take time to review it and let me know what you think of the values.
Please send it, Savannah. I know Mary feels strongly about this, and I want her opinion of this.
Okay, yeah, I'll send it out to everybody.
So we
Good.
can read it in detail.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to make the fees too high or too low,
Right,
whatever you
right.
guys think. So I'll send it your way.
Some of the other towns charge.
This was based off what they charge. This seemed to be a happy middle. So, $100 is for residential, but this is per day. I don't know. Per day of the violation, $100 in a residential district, or 200 in commercial or mixed use, because we have those two other zones. And then this is like a repeat offender. If like they violate and then violate again, the same exact violation, they would get $250 a day.
Sounds reasonable.
It's gotta be that happy medium of like enough money to motivate people,
Right.
but not too much. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll send it your way. I'll email it tonight.
Very good. All right, next item, administrative reports. You got two of them here, Savannah. You want to give us a little bit of background on those?
Yeah. The first one I believe is for the the storage unit placement. It's in a 100-foot upland review area. Under zoning regulations, it has to be temporary. So this is an administrative approval for placing it essentially on a driveway, graveled area. So there's no effect to grass or wetlands. And it's temporary. It'll be gone within a year. And then the second one is a very, very small shed at Camp Bastawama. They want to put some of their recreational toys and such for the lake in it. Mhm.
Okay,
And that's it.
we're all done. So I will ask for a motion for adjournment. Who's going to make the motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right.
I'll second it.
Favor.
All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
I guess we're all done.
Thank you, John.
Yes, thanks, John.
Yeah. See
Thanks.
you.